If you're a floral designer that has been posting consistently, trying to grow your following, maybe you've even hired an expert or an agency to help you conquer Instagram, but you're still not seeing your bank account grow, this is for you. You've probably been told that more followers equals more success. You see the famous florists that have 50, 60, 70, 100, 200, 300,000 followers, and you think, that's what I need. So you get to work. You post every day. You take courses and deconstruct all the tips from the Instagram gurus who are telling you to go viral, chase trends, do a funny little dance, or even those cutie little behind-the-scenes vlogs. You might have even experimented with giveaways, but behind the scenes in your business, you're feeling stuck saying yes to doing $60, $80 orders, and you're feeling the pressure to say yes to every single wedding inquiry that comes your way, even if it's not your dreamy $5,000 bride. The truth is, you're just playing the wrong game. Let's talk about why this is happening and why this is so prevalent in our industry. Because if you go out into the big bad world of the interwebs, every single Instagram guru is going to teach you and show you how to grow your following. And in our industry, where we are surrounded by beautiful, lovely, famous florists at every single turn, it's very normal to assume popularity equals success. But here's what they don't tell you. It is incredibly frustrating and disheartening when you've paid for the courses, hired the agency, maybe you're forking out like $400, $500, $2,000 a month. Or if you're doing it yourself and you're investing hours into creating content so that you can get the likes, get the views, get the comments, grow a community, and crack that magical code of having more than 10,000 followers. But you put your phone down after you get out of your latest scroll hole and you think, okay, seriously, Kathleen, there must be a better way. What the crap am I missing? I've got you. And I mean, realistically, you're not missing anything. It has nothing to do with your talent. It has nothing to do with your age. It has nothing to do with your credentials, certifications, or how Pinterest worthy your shop or studio looks. But instead, we've been sold this lie in our industry, where there are so many famous florists. So then you and I think, well, that must be what I have to do. I must need to get all dressed up in a cutie little floral pattern dress, walk through a field of daisies and pretend like my life is perfect in order to get more likes, in order to get more followers, in order to get noticed by the good customers. But it doesn't work, and you already know that. So let this be your permission slip to stop playing that game. And instead of focusing on popularity, we're going to focus on profitability. And if you've ever had that thought in the back of your head, if you think our industry is like Mean Girls, I'm here to validate that assumption because it is. We are literally walking around in a real life version of that movie. It's not just you, but I'm here to show you a better way forward because I don't want to be dancing on reels. I am not the kind of person who's going to get dressed up in some floral printed dress and walk through a field of daisies, as lovely as that looks. That is just not the reality of my life, and it's not who I want to be. The first thing I want you to know is that more followers does not equate to more sales. Now, you can test this theory out for yourself, because if you go in and look at who is following you, you're going to be able to see how many of them have ever bought anything from you just because you're going to recognize their name. Now, you can even test this theory out with any one of your famous florists. Pop into their Instagram profile, go scan through their followers, and start to count up how many of their followers are actually other florists. This is such a helpful exercise to do to really seal the deal in terms of more followers doesn't equal more customers, because you're not selling your flowers to other florists. You're a floral designer who is here to work with the most beautiful brides. You're a florist that's here to celebrate the everyday occasions like a new baby, an anniversary, a sympathy, happy birthday, something to say we're thinking of you, or congratulations. The thing is, flowers are beautiful to look at, which is why you're going to see that there are so many famous florists in our industry. But if you think about this logically and you think about this with your gold star A+ overachieving honors student hat on. It will finally click for you. And the moment that it does, you'll realize, okay, wait, Kathleen's right. This is allowed to be simple. This is allowed to be easy. Let us press Control-Alt-Delete on everything we've ever assumed that we need to do in order to be successful in our businesses and turn over a new leaf. Start a new chapter, open up that cutie little notebook, and let's get to work. The key to winning the Instagram, social media, TikTok game in 2025, your success on social media comes from being found by the ready-to-buy customer, not being popular with people that are just scrolling their phone for entertainment purposes. So here's how it works. Your customers, the ones that are going to show up with their credit card in hand, ready to pay you to do the work that you love, are using social media as a search engine. So they're hopping on TikTok, they're hopping on Instagram, and they're searching wedding florist your city. So wedding florist Chicago, wedding florist Melbourne, wedding florist Adelaide, wedding florist Dublin. That's the person that you're setting up your Instagram and TikTok profile for. That's who you're creating your content for. When somebody searches florist Chicago, florist San Luis Obispo, florist Vancouver, florist Ottawa, florist Edmonton, florist Toronto, that's who you're creating your content for. And the beautiful thing about this strategy is that your competition isn't optimizing to play this game. They're still doing those cutie behind-the-scene vlogs. So while they're spending all their time and energy creating that content, all you have to do is optimize for the person that is actively searching to find a florist in your area, and then you can let the platform just do its work. And because your competition isn't playing this game, you've essentially just created a search pool of one, which means no matter how competitive your area is, no matter how saturated your neighborhood is with other florists, because you've created a search pool of one, you won, quite literally. That's how simple it gets to be. And this is the ultimate work smarter, not harder strategy, because once you get this set up, once everything clicks in your brain, all of a sudden you'll be like, wait a minute. Because it's going to be actively working for you 52 weeks of the year, you're no longer putting that pressure on yourself to be posting 7 days a week, which also means you're no longer putting the pressure on yourself to come up with new content ideas 24 hours a day. And instead, you're focused on creating content, maybe once a week, that signals to that ready-to-buy bride, to that person who wants to send flowers today for a birthday. You're creating content for that one person, and you're only having to do this once a week. And the best part is, because you've set up your profile with that one person in mind, and you've made it really easy for them to find you, they show up, credit card in hand, ready to pay, and they are happy to pay a premium because they are very high intent shoppers. And high intent shoppers value the full service of what you offer, which starts from the minute that they find out about you. So no longer are you haggling about price. No longer are you feeling the pressure that you need to offer a discount just to get the booking. No longer are you making your brides jump through 1,000 hoops to pay you. And the best part is, you no longer stress about going viral. You're not having to compete with any of the famous florists in your area because they're also not following this strategy. You've got your eye on the prize, and you are simply showing up where your dream customer is already searching. And because most florists don't understand that this is the game to play, you win. So you get the ultimate payoff of the work smarter, not harder strategy, but also it works no matter how competitive your area is. It works whether you're a home-based florist or whether you have a beautiful retail space. It works whether you're focused on weddings or you do everyday occasions. It works whether you have all your certifications and your credentials or you're creating your florist business as a side hustle so that you can escape the nightmare of your day job. The thing is, it works, and it's so simple. Once you understand that your dream customers are using social media as a search engine. Now, I know you might be sitting there thinking, okay, Kathleen, I'm on board, but I have a few reservations, a few hesitations in terms of, is this possible for me? Because it's very normal for you and I to sit there and compare ourselves to the famous florists in our industry and think, but wait a minute, Kathleen, those florists have huge followings. And it's true. There are many florists, beautiful human beings from around the world that have hundreds of thousands of followers. But here's what you don't see. Most of them built their business first, then the followers came later. Or they have an entirely different business model where they actually make the bulk of their revenue from online courses, workshops, teaching other florists, not from doing flowers for brides or everyday occasions. The thing I want you to remember, and I want you to write this down, is that you don't need 50,000 followers. You don't even need 5,000 followers to consistently book $5,000 weddings. With the right content strategy and your profile optimized for your ideal client, they will book you whether you have 36 followers, 360 followers, or 3,000 followers. Because your ideal client is like every other human on the planet. They want to be seen, they want to be heard, and they want to find a business that they can trust. That doesn't require 10,000 followers on social media. Now, the other piece of the puzzle here that's very real is it feels really good to have lots of likes, to get lots of engagement, and to build a community on social media. The dopamine hit is normal. It is validating. So it can feel like a form of torture when you're posting content that gets 2 likes, and one of them is you and the other one is your mom. But there is the good old saying of likes don't pay the bills. And you already know that. Like, you literally know that. So it's really helpful for you to remind yourself of that as often as you need to. And instead of focusing on vanity metrics like the number of followers you have, how many views a reel has gotten, how many likes or how much engagement you're getting on a specific post, or frankly, any of the metrics that Instagram and Facebook or TikTok like to throw in our face every single time we log in, I want you to focus in on the result that you're creating in your business. Is the content you're creating helping you attract the right kind of customers to your business? Are your clients showing up credit card in hand, ready to pay in full? Are you waking up to more $150, $200, $300 online orders? Are the budgets that your brides are coming to you with, are they in line with your dream client? Those are the metrics that I want you to focus on. Also remembering, your brain is going to want to follow the dopamine hit. This is why there are so many people at these social media businesses that get paid a lot of money to continue to keep us addicted to our phones. But focus on the results that you're creating in your business and track that instead of likes, exposure, visibility, follower count, engagement. Because you're here to build a business and likes don't pay the bills. And number 3, Kathleen, all of the Instagram gurus tell me that I should go viral, that I need more visibility, that I need lots of followers to build credibility. No doubt you're here because you're frustrated. You're here because you're like, okay, Kathleen, there must be a better way. I feel like I am banging my head against the wall. What am I missing? The thing is, the Instagram gurus, the TikTok gurus teach you how to grow your following because that is their business model. Anybody who's teaching you how to grow your Instagram following is selling a product on how to grow an Instagram following. Very meta. It's very simple, but that is their business model. We are floral designers. We are here to share the gift of flowers with the humans on this planet. Our business model is based on selling flowers. So you don't have to be an influencer. You don't have to get dressed up in a cute little floral printed dress and walk through a field of daisies, unless that's your vibe. But you don't have to if it's not going to help you sell more flowers. All you have to do is focus on getting found by the high intent customers. And all you need to remember is that your ideal client, the person with their credit card in hand who is looking to solve their problem right now, they are using social media as a search platform. So let this be your permission slip to not stress about what the famous florists are doing, to not worry about being an influencer on social media, and make it easy for your dream clients to find you, to buy from you, and to pay you. So here's what I want you to do today. Stop stressing about being popular. Like, permission granted to focus on profitability over popularity. It's exhausting. It's expensive, and it doesn't grow your revenue. It's not getting you any closer to where you want to go. Instead, I want you to shift your focus and start playing the get found by the people with their credit card in their hand who are looking to solve their problem today game. Optimize your social media exactly like it's a search engine. Show up where the ready-to-buy customers are actively looking, and let your content bridge the gap. Every post that you create should be moving your ideal client closer to paying you. It gets to be focused on building credibility, establishing trust, showing your clients the quality of work that you create, making the intangible tangible, and making it obvious what you want them to do next. So instead of going out there and creating those beautiful behind-the-scenes blogs that are incredibly time-consuming and probably don't make you any money, if you need a permission slip to not do that, let this be it. Your content plan gets to be incredibly simple. Once you optimize your social media profiles for search and you realize you only need to be posting once a week, you can be incredibly repetitive with your content and make it really easy for customers to know exactly what to do next. This is going to save you so much time and energy every single week. And it completely eliminates the need for you to hire that agency to take another Instagram course. And that's going to save you thousands of dollars, which is just a blessing when the goal is profitability. Ultimately, what this strategy will do is save you all the angst and the frustration and the disappointment and the do I have what it takes to actually make this work thought spiral, and get you back into the driver's seat of your business so that you can wake up to more $150, $200 online orders, so that you have your bride showing up ready and excited to work with you, happy to pay a premium, giving you complete creative control and allowing you to create the work that you want to create, which is why you started your business in the first place. If any of this resonated with you and you want to take this work deeper, this is exactly the work that we do inside my coaching membership. Every week, we work together to build out the systems so that you can wake up to more $150, $200 online orders and learn how to book $5,000 weddings in 2 emails. No guesswork, no fancy software, no stressing about being popular, just a step-by-step approach. I'll leave the link in the description if you want to learn more and join me. And as always, thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you in the next video.